Rhona Lloyd is eagerly anticipating the inaugural Women's British and Irish Lions Tour to New Zealand in 2027. A historic moment for women's rugby as the Scottish winger has already made her mark internationally with over 60 caps and more than 25 tries to her name. But the prospects of representing the Lions offers a unique challenge and an unprecedented stage to showcase her talent.
So, Rona, let's start with the World Cup and the incredible impact that it had. I mean, what did the tournament sort of show you about how far women's rugby has come in terms of quality and public support, that viewing that it got, and really sort of fulfilled the major tournament that it wanted to be?
Yeah, absolutely. I think England does women's sport really well, which I think put a little bit of expectation on this World Cup. We've been saying for months that it's going to be the biggest one ever, but I think it really even exceeded all of those expectations. Like, the tournament was absolutely fantastic. To finish it with 82,000 at a sold out Twickenham. The last World Cup there was 40,000 at the final. The one before that was 20,000. So the growth in women's rugby has really been astronomical, and in all the host cities, I think people really got behind women's rugby. They got behind the Red Roses, but they also just got behind the game. That there wasn't a quiet stand throughout the whole tournament. It was so inspiring to be part of, and hopefully for anybody that was there as a spectator as well.
For Lloyd, the opportunity to line up alongside the best players from England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales against the formidable Black Ferns is both exciting and humbling. Lloyd has spoken about how the tour represents more than just rugby. It's a chance to be part of a legacy that will inspire the next generation of female players. The intensity and prestige of playing in a Lions jersey carry a responsibility as well as an honour, and she is relishing the thought of contributing to the team, both on and off the pitch.
And obviously the Women's Lions Tour, I mean, that just sort of shows how the game has grown to have that first tour. What's that going to be like for you in terms of the countdowns on? You want to make sure you're in the mix. I mean, that's so exciting to have that sort of target on the horizon.
Yeah, it's massively exciting for everybody playing the game. I think before we had the World Cup every 4 years as these landmark events in women's rugby and opportunities to grow the game, whereas actually now that we're going to have the British and Irish Lions women's tours every 2 years in between, that is going to be incredible in terms of the eyes that we can get on women's rugby. Royal London's investment from the grassroots game right up to the British and Irish Lions is just going to make it an incredible tour to remember. And I think as women's rugby's growing, we need to keep investing in the game from the grassroots and all the way through to the elite level. There's more and more girls playing, so we need to make sure that the facilities are there to make that possible.
The tour is expected to have a transformative impact on women's rugby, raising its profile globally and giving players like Lloyd a platform that has traditionally been reserved for men. She views it as an opportunity to push her own game further while helping to demonstrate the growing competition and skill in the women's game.
Yeah, I mean, as you say there, England do women's sport incredibly well. You obviously had the women's football Euros as well, that going on, and then you have the Olympic Games where you get so many women role models. I mean, women's sport has changed so much over the last sort of 15, 16, 17 years or so. That must be incredible for you to be in this era where you are appreciated and you are looked up to as a woman in sport. How important is it that those guys who came before you have sort of laid that groundwork, the women before you, and maybe didn't get the support and credit that they possibly deserved?
Yeah, I think that's a big when I play. That's a big why of I guess the people I want to make proud. It's the players that have come before me in a Scotland jersey, but also in any jersey for any country at women's rugby, because it's taken a long time to get to where we are today. I think about that being every Six Nations match, and that when the Red Roses play at Twickenham, that's the crowd that we see. So yeah, I think I can't do enough justice to the people that have made this possible, who have been playing since the first World Cup in 1990.
For Lloyd, the Lions Tour is a pinnacle of her ambitions so far, a chance to test herself against one of the toughest teams in the world, while helping to inspire girls and young women to see rugby as a sport where they too can achieve greatness.